Medtronic is the world's largest medical technology company. As the inventor of the pacemaker, Medtronic continues to develop innovative therapies for a variety of illnesses. Last year, more than 9 million people benefited from Medtronic's medical therapies, and for the past 30 years, over 300,000 people have benefited from Medtronic's chronic pain therapies, including neurostimulation therapy. For many people, neurostimulation therapy has helped manage their chronic pain and enhanced their lives.
Our desire is to really help you control your pain better. We may not be able to completely eliminate your pain, but we want to significantly reduce it. Also, the other benefits of a spinal cord stimulator system is that we can improve your pain control, and thus by improving your pain control, our desire is to help improve your function. The other thing is that it's a reversible and non-destructive treatment. So unlike a second or third back surgery where you're going to have a major operation, this we are able to control your pain, but without destroying a lot of tissues in the process. Another benefit from a spinal cord stimulation system is that our desire is that we may be able to help you lower your pain medications. You may still need to take some pain medications, but hopefully you can take lower doses and find those lower doses to be more effective. And by lowering your doses, hopefully you'll have lower levels of side effects from some of those oral medications.
A neurostimulator is a device similar to a pacemaker. It's surgically implanted under the skin, typically in your abdomen or upper buttocks. The neurostimulator delivers mild electrical impulses to an area near your spine. The electrical impulses travel from the device to your spine over thin insulated medical wires called leads. Neurostimulation, in a way, outsmarts your pain. The signals from the neurostimulator reach your brain before the pain signal can arrive, so you feel a tingling sensation rather than the pain.
Well, the goal of neurostimulation therapy is to improve, quite simply, the patient's quality of life and pain relief. The specific improvements that we see in our patients, and certainly that we want to achieve, are improvements in the side effects and the complications of chronic illness. So we want to see patients sleeping better. We want to see them using fewer medications. We'd like to see them having a better exercise tolerance and ability to walk or perform the activities of daily living that are realistic goals for them.
So when you sit down with your physician and you're making a decision whether you should consider a spinal cord stimulation trial and possibly an implant, it's important for you to understand the risks. We worry about bleeding, infection, nerve damage. We worry about the possibility of a spinal headache. Once the device has been implanted, we have also other concerns. One of the concerns is that we want to do everything to limit your risk of infection, because if this system was to become infected, it has to be removed. Some of the other risks associated with a spinal cord stimulator implant are that we worry about the lead moving. If it moves, there's a possibility that we may not be able to cover the area that was really bothering you. Now, the first thing we'll do is we'll try to reprogram the system to see if we can cover that area again. If we can't, there's the possibility that we may have to go in back surgically and revise the system and put the lead back in the appropriate position. The nice thing about a trial is you have it usually for 3 to 5 days, and it allows you to work with the system. You get to see if it helps you control your pain. Also, you get to see if it helps improve your function by controlling your pain better. Unlike other surgeries where you have to guess what your final outcome is going to be, the trial stage really lets you see whether this treatment's for you. You get to see if it helps you improve your pain control. And also, for 3 to 5 days, you get to see if it helps you improve your function.
A good candidate for neurostimulation therapy is a patient who has primarily nerve-related pain. In addition, those patients usually have had the opportunity to have treatments that are simpler, less involved, and they've progressed up the cascade of treatments, if you will. So they've had simple pain medicines, they've had exercise and physical therapy and rehabilitation, and they might have had some injections.
During the screening test, you can assess how well the neurostimulator relieves your pain during different activities. Similar to how the fully implanted system works, the external device that is worn around your waist delivers mild electrical impulses to an area near your spine. The impulses travel from the device to your spine through thin insulated medical wires called leads. A screening cable connects the leads to the external neurostimulator, and a MyStim programmer is provided to allow you to adjust stimulation levels, so you may obtain the best possible pain relief.
Initially, I injured myself playing football. I had 4 back surgeries previous, and it got to the point where it was pretty much live with what the pain is, and there's nothing more that we can do.
So if you decide to progress forward with a spinal cord stimulator trial and possibly implant, one of the things that we will ask you to do is go for a psychological evaluation. Now, this has nothing to do with the way we're thinking about you. It's just that many insurance companies require it, and I also think it's very helpful because it helps us determine if there's a psychological condition that at this point may require additional treatment before we consider progressing forward with the trial. And the reason we do this is we really want to make sure that you can have the best results from this treatment.
The expectations of the trial were pretty much, I just wanted to get out of pain. I needed something to control it so I could get stable again and be able to live again. I didn't worry about it. I just actually went straight forward and said, if this is going to work, I'll do it.
My trial period was 48 hours. They explained to you how they're going to insert the leads and what's going on. I was a little bit more bedridden, you know, just because of just, you know, stitches and whatnot. And I had this big piece of like tape across my back that kind of held everything in place. I'd say by the end of the first day, I ended up taking a nap with the device turned on. I mean, I felt rested. You know, it was like a whole new world. There's important questions you should ask your physician. How is this device going to limit or restrict my what would be new life out of pain? How is it going to coexist with your narcotics or your opiates, and how is that going to be handled? What testing am I allowed to do? What am I not allowed to do? What is this device going to do as far as further medical treatment? Is this device going to be in the way of further surgeries or whatnot? The number one question is what is this going to do for me? If I go through this, if a guy living in pain has to go through more pain to potentially get out of pain, is this really, what are the probabilities? And I think the doctors did a pretty good job of, you know, well, that's why you have a trial. We can really work on placing those leads where you need them to get you the coverage you need. I think you should go into it with every available question in your head to make sure this is the right fit for you. I believe you're your own best advocate. No one is going to fight for you more than you.
During the implant, your doctor will make a small incision about 2 to 4 inches long, typically in your upper buttock, and will use a needle to place the leads that deliver the stimulation into the epidural space of your spinal cord. A second incision, also about 2 to 4 inches long, is made when your doctor forms a pocket under the skin that is large enough to hold the neurostimulator. The leads are connected to the internal neurostimulator, and there will be no external devices like you experienced in the screening test. Once the leads and the neurostimulator are in position, the doctor closes the incisions and completes the surgery. A MyStim programmer is provided to allow you to adjust the stimulation levels so you may obtain the best possible pain relief.
So one of the questions that people will ask you is they may have a fear of having a foreign object inside of them. And I think that's a legitimate question that should be answered and you should be helped with. The reality is, in this country and also worldwide, there are millions of people with implantable devices, whether it's pacemakers, total hips, total knees. And what we know, and is in a majority of people, that this is very suitable and it works out well.
Chris, a patient with an implanted spinal cord stimulation device, will show how he manages his therapy with his MyStim patient programmer.
The program is pretty simple to use. There's a couple different settings in there that you can control. First, you're going to hit the power button located down here. You'll notice an icon that pops up that wants the synchronization of communication between the two devices. That button is located right here at the bottom. It's the black button. Once communication's been established, you're going to see icons. To turn on the stimulator, you are going to hit the white button. To turn off the stimulator, you would hit the gray button, and this will be identified by the icon with the thunderbolt. Next is the internal battery level, and to the right of that would be the remote control or patient programmer battery level. Now what I'm going to show you how to do, is adjust your stimulation. So using the navigator keypad, you're going to scroll down to the bottom. You're going to find what lead you would like, and now you can adjust the device down or up. And please note that it only moves one level at a time. Once you've adjusted your stim, you're good to go, and you can shut it off and continue on with your day.
So once you've undergone a trial and you've decided that you want to progress forward to the implant stage, we talk to you about the components that we can use. There's currently two types of batteries that we use. One is a rechargeable battery that allows you to recharge it, and there's a non-rechargeable system. Now, each battery has benefits, but there are clearly certain individuals that a rechargeable battery may not be appropriate for. They may have concerns about technology, they may be overwhelmed at periods with technology, and they may not have the responsibility of recharging the system. So in that case, we may discuss with you a non-rechargeable system that you don't have to recharge. Rechargeable batteries allow you to have the battery typically for a longer period of time, but with that comes the responsibility of caring for the battery and also recharging the battery.
Chris will show you how he recharges his spinal cord stimulation device.
I have a rechargeable device, so my battery can be recharged. I choose to recharge my battery once a week. Okay, so once the charger antenna is placed over your internal device, you will hit the green button, which will power on the external charger and start to establish communication between the two devices. Once communication has been established, you need to note how many squares are shaded in at the bottom of the screen. The more squares you have, the better the communication and the higher the charge rate between the two devices.
Medtronic has developed the latest advancements in managing chronic pain. With conventional pain control devices, you need to manually adjust your programmer every time you change position. But adaptive stim, exclusively available with Restore sensor, is different. It's the first technology that automatically adjusts your stimulation without having to use your programmer whenever you change positions. Adaptive stim knows your movements, similar to how a smartphone detects motion. Adaptive stim listens and senses when you change positions. It learns from previous experience and remembers your last comfortable setting while standing, sitting, or lying down. And it responds by automatically adjusting your stimulation to your optimal settings in each position. Adaptive stim is smarter and more convenient than conventional neurostimulation for chronic pain relief. Protect your future options. Only with SureScan MRI technology will you have safe access to undergo an MRI scan, a leading diagnostic imaging tool on any part of your body under specific conditions. 7 in 10 pain patients with a stimulation device will likely need an MRI. Ask your doctor for these features: Restore sensor with adaptive stim and SureScan MRI technology. Medtronic has transformed the lives of hundreds of thousands of people with chronic pain using neurostimulation therapy. You should feel confident about receiving a Medtronic neurostimulation system for many reasons, including Medtronic is a worldwide leader in medical technology and the largest medical device company in the world. Medtronic was the first company to introduce a spinal cord stimulation system. Since Medtronic made these therapies available, more than 300,000 people suffering from chronic pain have had a Medtronic pain therapy device implanted. And Medtronic is the only company that offers both adaptive stimulation and the safe access to undergo an MRI scan on any part of your body under specific conditions. The Medtronic Ambassador Program puts people like you, those who are considering the therapy, in touch with a volunteer who is living with the therapy and is interested in sharing their experience with you. To talk with an ambassador, call 1-888-430-PAIN or visit www.painambassadors.com or www.tamethepain.com/painambassador. Medtronic also provides you with a free consultation with a nurse expert to help you understand what to expect before, during, and after receiving spinal cord stimulation. Call 1-888-430-PAIN or sign up online at www.painambassadors.com. tamethepain.com/nurse. The preceding stories are the experiences of people who have received relief from their chronic pain. Not everyone responds to neurostimulation therapy in the same way, and your experience may vary. Talk to your doctor to determine if neurostimulation is an option for you. As the worldwide leader in medical technology, we've been working with doctors and patients around the world to develop pain therapies longer than any other medical company. We would like the opportunity to help improve your life.